Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arabiah coming at you with a quick lesson from the Chicago camp. I titled this lesson, The Threat of War. Salakia. Iran's threat of war to the U.S. So, I got this where I was watching this quick clip and it was talking about how Iran just threatened the U.S. of nuclear war. So this is the Bible's prophecies are being, fulfilled, and this is getting really real. You seeing, the scriptures being played out. A lot of, it's no more you can speculate or we're fear mongering because you're seeing things play out. So for a long time, the U.S. Would have allies, or they would have people that they were doing business with, and they would, do unrighteous things. They would change the game in the fourth quarter. They would make treaties with them and break them. They would put tariffs on them if they didn't do something that they didn't agree upon. So these other countries are now standing up, and they're getting tired of that. So here we are. This is where we're at. That's why if you see on the screen now, you see, war weapons, tanks, and, guns and stuff, because these other countries are not taking it anymore. They're at the point that they're ready to do something about it, because when everything is said and done, they get the short end of the stick. When you're dealing with these, America, or aka Babylon. I want to play this video, but before I play this video, I want to read this quick scripture. I want to go to Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's the end all be all, is that the only thing is that this kingdom this time is going to be translated to the righteous, to Jacob, to the so-called black man, or the Israelites. That's the end all be all. But, this is the process that we got to go through, So it's going to be war. That's a fact. The Bible prophesied that it's going to be, and Lord willing, I could show you in this lesson. But I'm going to go ahead and let this play. Check this out.
Last 24 hours, Iran's supreme leader threatens Israel and the United States with a crushing response over the Israeli attack, as we're hearing that Iran has now threatened the United States directly in the last 24 hours. Now, this comes as we're seeing the adversaries of the United States beginning to unify. Take a look. We saw Iran and Russia. They are closing in on a deal as Tehran threatens revenge against Israel. And now also, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest articles and video footage coming out on this, that the supreme leader of Iran has threatened the United States directly. And take a look. Here's another article that says America's foes are uniting. Its friends should too. The United States, should they also unify with their allies, as we're seeing our adversaries, China, Iran, Russia, North Korea, unifying.
I want to stop right there. If you notice, a lot of our stuff that we have here, to say made in Taiwan or made in China. But Taiwan is our ally, but a lot of things we have are made in China. But if you notice right here, China and America are against each other. They're having problems with each other. I want to go to Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. So these are the men. See, China and America were at peace with each other. When it says deceive, they playing a trick on them. They're trying to mislead them. It says, and prevailed against thee. Thy that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There's no understanding in him. So when it talks about laying a wound, it's talking about laying a trap, under America. And that's where we at. They're going to eventually prevail against America, destroy America. And it's going to be because they're going to lay a snare. They're going to lay traps. And they're going to team up with Russia, Iran, and they're going to destroy this place. That's what the scriptures say. And it's going to be done through war, nuclear war, a big war, Go ahead and finish this video.
In their efforts against the United States and their allies. And take a look at this coming out also today. Russia's Medvedev warns the United States to avoid World War III. This is directly relating to Russia and the United States. So there is a lot going on. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest articles and video footage so that way you can see it for yourself. And if you appreciate that, the United States is receiving a direct threat from the supreme leader of Iran. And we are hearing that retaliatory attacks are going to be coming. And now we're hearing threats to the U.S. This is their new strategy to help get content out further. In the last 24 hours, Iran's...
Wow. So it's showing you that that this talk about war is serious. This is no game. And let me show you in the scriptures where it talks about war. Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come. Salaki. The day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night, when the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That's that bomb when it's set off. It says, and the elements shall melt in fervent heat, and the earth and also the works therein shall burn up. It says, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what matter of persons ye ought to be, but in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens shall be on fire. Where the heavens being on fire shall dissolve, and the elements shall melt in fervent heat. So this is letting you know that this is talking about that nuclear bomb that's going to go off. And it's going to be, it's going to be one of those things that's going to be devastating, and the results are going to be devastating. I don't know if you guys have seen, I'm pretty sure you have. You remember Terminator, when Sarah Connor had that vision or that dream, and you could see her eyes were melting out. Everything was just being dissolved, and she was just standing there, and she just started melting, her eyes and her tongue. That's in the scriptures. Let's get that. That is in the scriptures. That's where they got it from. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague where the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So this is what's going to happen, man. This is where we at, and the Bible is going to be fulfilled. So they didn't just pull that out of the air. They go through these scriptures and they implement a lot of what's going on in these scriptures in these movies. You know that because this Bible was written, over 2,000 years ago? And then they come out with a movie in the 80s because they study this. They know what's going to happen. They pretend like they don't, but they try to make you believe that the scriptures are not true, or that the scriptures are old or they're outdated. But it's not, Wisdom of these scriptures are going to be our stability. That's Isaiah 33:6. So we have to understand that it's important that we stay close to these scriptures. It's important that we watch them, and keeping track of what's going on, because these scriptures are going to be fulfilled, whether you believe it or not. They're going to be fulfilled. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom.